because I've been trying to find out whether or not the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Emmeline Pierre, whether or not she was invited to that ceremony that was held recently. And I'd really love to know, not in her capacity as leader of the opposition, no. In her capacity as a parliamentary representative for the area where the school is going to be rebuilt. That part of St. Andrew, is part of her constituency. The interesting thing is that the four constituencies in St. Andrew, they share a part of the tongue, Grenville. So I'd like for someone to tell me, because I want to do so and had to come here and apologize afterwards for making a mistake. But can anyone tell me whether or not Emmeline Pierre was invited to that event which was held recently? I know for a fact that there were other persons representing the National Democratic Congress, representing their government and representing their party. Ms. Tessa Sincere is not necessarily a member of government, but she's a member of the party. She was there, front and center. The lady whose name I don't mention, she was there. The Minister for Education, he was there. And others. I want to know if Ms. Pierre was invited to a function like that. Because she was the last Minister of Education under the new National Party. She has been one who has been fighting for that reconstruction of that school, sourcing the funds and all that. Although the other day, my good friend, I don't know if we're still friends, but my good friend, I'll call him Mr. Dennis Cornwall, did say that he was the one who did all the work. And Mr. Cornwall, we all know different, so let me don't have a problem with that. You could take a little credit if you want, that's all right. But I want to know whether or not she was invited to the event. Because I ain't seen, in all the pictures and everything, I ain't seen her. I don't know if it's one set of pictures are going up. I want to see, I want to know, Miss Pierre, I want to know if you're listening. Just send me a message and let me know. Y'all could have invited Mr. Boson too, you know, because as Minister for Education, I know that he was very passionate. I can't say he pushed and pushed and pushed, but I know he was very passionate as it relates to, well, as it relates to education, he is passionate, and he was very passionate as it relates to the rebuilding of the St. Andrews Anglican Primary School. So I'd really love to know. Miss Pierre, if you're listening, let me know. Send a message for me and let me know whether or not you were invited, because I don't want to do so and go and say thing and then I have to do some, turn around and say, well, sorry, Miss Pierre was invited and she couldn't make it and all kind of thing like that. No, I don't want to do that. Not this morning. Not this morning at all. I want to do so and speak truth, as we always do here. Speak facts. Mr. Pierre. And no, not by Mr. Pierre. I don't mean Francis. I mean Taffa. Don't know if by chance you're scanning your radio this morning and you're probably hearing what I'm saying, but I need to know whether or not Mrs. Pierre was invited to this event.
You don't invite her.
Now this morning, is a morning we dedicate as Political Wednesdays. So we hit in different things and we move in. The Ministry of Finance, that same Ministry of Finance, and I still want the information, don't feel I ain't want it. That same Ministry of Finance, where the boss is a man from St. Patrick, is in problems. Unsustainable debt management. Yes. The budget, meaning this last budget, indicates a primary deficit of $208.6 million. And that necessitated borrowing. This approach further increases the Grenadian debt burden, which stood in 2010-24 as 71.5% of the gross domestic product. And you know, with that borrowing of that kind of money, that stands to potentially undermine long-term fiscal stability. You don't have to believe me. You can speak to economists, and I just called one a short while ago, and persons of experience like Anthony Boson. You can speak to him, and he will tell you that yes, the borrowing that we just did, yes, we might be able to, and understand this, a lending institution, a financial institution might decide, okay, fine, yes, they could lend you money,
What?
and you can show all kind of things of how you could pay back the money, You can show all of that. But you know what? It doesn't necessarily mean that you could pay it back, When you get it, and how the thing go around your neck like a tie, so you end up like chotai. That is when the problems be, And the government knows for a fact. The government knows for a fact that the debt has gone to an unsustainable position at this point in time. You don't have to believe me. Speak to people who know a lot more sums than me. I don't know plenty sums. Speak to them, they know more sums, so they'll be able to tell you that what Andre is saying is not false. It's the truth. Let's touch on the Ministry of Health for a little bit. The healthcare in this country. And I like to quote my friend, well, not quote, but speak around what Francis Pay has been speaking to. We're seeking to build a hospital that is worth somewhere within the region of $500-600 million. Yeah. We're seeking to do that hospital. And the question I'm asking, and the question everybody's asking, is why? And you know what was one of the answers that I got recently? Well, Andre, where the hospital is, if there is an emergency, then the area to get to the hospital is not wide enough. All you're sick. All you're sick. We have had so many emergencies in Grenada, and the hospital and the width of the road had nothing to do with the quality health care that was provided then. Not now. That was provided then. The Greenleaf bus accident, the Jojo accident right here in Coquelin, all these, they were emergencies, and the people went where? to the hospital. The people went to the hospital. So don't come and tell me about the road too small. So coming back to what Mr. Pierre would have said to you on time and time and time again, and good morning to you, Francis, if you're listening. I'm stealing some work from you here. $500 to $600 million for the building of a new hospital. We have what is a polyclinic. The polyclinic is located in St. John, Grove to be exact. And guess what? We have not come to realize the use of our polyclinic. It just sits there and it is being underutilized. Yet still, we want to build a hospital for $500, $600 million. And with a polyclinic sitting in Grove, doing nothing. Up here in St. Patrick, granted that it can do with not just a facelift, but it can do with some serious renovations, and I'm calling on that for the benefit of the sisters and brothers who work at the Sauter's Health Complex. And that's what it is. Not just a health center, you know. It's a health complex. Built back then. A health complex. Built back then. Listen, this thing, one of the buildings there was a maternity ward, you know. Yes, I know for a fact, because that's where my son was born. So why can't we use some of that money that is earmarked, instead of building a new hospital, bring the St. Patrick's Health Complex up to speed? Good equipment. You know, I had to do an EKG. Is it EKG? I think that is the name. And I went to a place where in St. Patrick, those of us who know where the St. John's ambulance building is, right in close to the Anglican school there. Went there to do the EKG. That's a thing to check your heart. I did it. Cost a couple of dollars. I did it and I went on to the hospital, and Dr. Thomas, no longer there, gone, but definitely not forgotten. Dr. Thomas looked at it and he had them do one at the hospital and he compared both, and he said to me, "Andre, where did you get this done?" I said, "I got that done at the wellness center in St. Patrick." He says, "Man, you guys are providing a seriously good service up there, because based on the one that I had done at the hospital for you, and based on this one, they're showing me the exact thing, the same thing. They're showing same thing, almost identical." Now I say this to say we can outfit the St. Patrick Health Complex, the Sauter's Health Complex. We can outfit it to provide quality health care right here in St. Patrick. We have the Maribor facility. We have the Maribor facility. And from my investigation, the government owns some, 13 to 15 acres of land around the Maribor Hospital. So why do we have to go and buy lands to create what they call a state-of-the-art hospital with no view? If you're in Maribor, the view alone make you feel good Every morning when you wake up and you watch out the window, you're looking at the ocean. Do you understand? So what, Mr. Prime Minister, you really and truly, outside of the road too small, you really and truly need to tell us, why is it, sir, that you are bent on putting us further into a hole, further into a financial hole, by building a new hospital? We don't, listen, what we need is, Mr. Prime Minister, is optimum health care. We don't need a new hospital. We have facilities that can be developed. Guelph, Sauter's Health Complex, Maribor. You can develop these. You can develop these, sir. And that will serve us in Grenada better than that new hospital that you're thinking about. And let me tell you this, friends, when they're speaking about the road too narrow to get to the hospital in case of emergency, you still have to go back and blame. Yes, we're playing the blame game this morning. You still have to go back and blame who? The National Democratic Congress. You have to blame them, because if they had allowed that particular project, we would have had a road around the hospital. And when I say around the hospital, coming from the carnage, coming around the hospital and ending up back on Bruce Street or Melville Street. Why do I say this? Ask Peter David. Don't ask me. Ask Peter David about the casino project that Tillman Thomas stopped. That was going to facilitate new roads, better entrance to the present hospital. Don't do so and look at me like if I was a madman. Ask Peter David. He would know. They were the ones in government. The National Democratic Congress was a hindrance to Grenada that time when they stopped that particular casino project. Speak to Tillman Thomas about it when you see him. Don't do so and say, Angela, what are you talking about? Speak to Tillman Thomas. That was something that they could have done. So again, when they had the authority and they had the rights to do something about the same roads that they're saying too narrow now, same road they're saying too narrow, they had the opportunity to do something about it. And what? Tillman Thomas stopped the project, just like he stopped the project that was going to come to St. Patrick. And look, you don't have to believe me. When you see Kenny Lal Singh, ask him. Ask Kenny Lal Singh about the Sauter's Marina project. The same project that Tillman Thomas and Nazim Burke, those two were the head of the National Democratic Congress then. Those two said that that project was too big for St. Patrick. St. Patrick people, you don't have to believe me. When you see Kenny Lal Singh, ask him. When you see Tillman Thomas, he is a propagator of the truth. So he claims he should speak the truth to you and admit that him and Nazim said, yo, to the Chinese, that give us 100, was it 100 hotel rooms in St. David's, build a big 100-room hotel in St. David for us, instead of doing that project here. So the breakwater project that we have right now, it was supposed to be a marina where they're going to repair boats, where they're going to refurbish boats, where they're going to build new boats, all sorts of things. A port that, ask, what's his name? There's a guy down in the south of the island that deals with Champy Evans. Is he still alive? I hope. I don't know. I don't want to pass him out. I just hope he's still alive because I'm speaking. Ask Champy Evans. He said that a marina in St. Patrick was going to do wonders for tourism in this country. Why? Because he said most of the yachties that come to the south of the island, when they have to go into the Grenadines, where they want to sail from island to island, hop, start in Grenada, he said most of them, they didn't like the fact that for about a whole day, a day and a half, they had to be struggling on the eastern side of the island to come up because they're struggling in the Atlantic to get over to the Pacific side where they can start sailing from island to island. He says if there was a marina in St. Patrick in the north of the island, these yachties will be saving a whole day. So instead of struggling one day on the eastern side of the island, they'll be able to do so and jump in their yachts. And before you know it, they're inside a Beckway, they're inside a Canawan, they're inside a Union Island before you know it. Yes! Don't ask, don't do so and believe what I say. Go and ask. Those were things coming to St. Patrick. And Tillman Thomas, I call him Tillman because he disrespects St. Patrick's then, so I call him Tillman now. No disrespect to the brother anyway. But Tillman Thomas and Nazim Burke, they were the ones who said to the Chinese, no. That is too big for St. Patrick. Hence the reason why they're making all kind of kaiso, all kind of soca, and they calling us what? Ghost town. You understand? When Tillman Thomas as Prime Minister had the opportunity to ignite growth in the parish, he said no. He said no. Again, friends, don't believe me. When you see Kenny Lal Singh, stop him in a new car. Stop him and ask him. I don't know the number of the car, so I can't tell you. But look for Kenny Lal Singh and stop him and ask him, what Andre said there, is he correct? And he will tell you. He will tell you about the amount of wine he and Andrew Donald had to drink with the Chinese in order to get them to agree to things like this. I ain't speaking because somebody tell me. I'm speaking because I know. When you see Angus Friday, ask him. Ask him when you see him. And there are others that are wrong with the information. I don't remember everybody. But these are people I remember. Kenny Lal Singh, Angus Friday, Tillman Thomas. They know. So it continues to tell you that the National Democratic Congress does not care about St. Patrick. If they did, something will have been happening now. And we would not just have a breakwater. We'd have a place bustling with tourism, with people in and out. Many will be doing so and going to Carriacou in 30 seconds because they're bringing up fruits and vegetables and all kind of thing. And the problems that Carriacou going through now, instead of having to wait 4 or 5 hours for Osprey to reach up with water, we could have left here. I could have leave here this morning 5 o'clock and come back and do the program. Bring up water from a good friend Matheson and come back down already and do the program. But no. Because of lack of foresight, because he could not see further than his nose, the Honorable Tillman Thomas, Prime Minister then of Grenada, said that project is too big. That project is too big. You understand? It's the same thing with the Deliverer project, you know. He, again, Prime Minister Thomas also said that too big for Deliverer, you know. But I want all you to do so and try and find out now why the project stopped. The same Deliverer project is stopped. It started, I didn't get spade or shovel or whatever you call it, gold plated that worth $30,000. Not me that get. Members of this administration, they were the ones who picked up these items, who had these items, who were given these items. They were the ones. Not one NNP official was invited to the opening ceremony, sod turning ceremony. They were the ones who turned the sod. They were the ones who can claim the project. Now they are the ones who are supposed to come forward and tell us what happened, why the project stopped. Is it stopped for the time being? Is it stopped altogether? What is the parry? What's going on? As Marvin Gaye would say, what's going on? Tell us what is going on. We need to know what is going on. If we don't know what is going on, then we're in problems. We're in serious problems. This is Real 91.9, 91.5. www.drealfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located Main Street, Sauter, inside a beautiful historical St. Patrick. Good morning. God bless you. Stay with us. I'll be back with more.
Tuning on the spice line, hear the airwaves free read. On the radio see. No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe. Just the raw truth a flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. From Grand Anse to St. George, this the people them a shout real expression now idle it ya.
We set the standards. We beat the paths. We play the music. You dance to the sound. Now you know why Real FM is always around.
This Friday, April 11th, we head to the Breakwater Project, downtown Sauter, for Carlos' birthday line. Carlos, aka Blacks, big birthday celebration at the Breakwater Beach in Sauter. And it's an all-day event. Breakfast from 9 a.m. and free food from midday. Live entertainment by the Octane Band and your DJs, Just Gus, Mix Master Brent, John Boy, DJ White Boy, Neutron, and much more. It's Carlos' birthday line going down on the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sauter. This Friday, April 11th, an all-day event sponsored by Spectrum Entertainment, Real FM, Duty Free Caribbean, The Joints Bar, Jimmy Bones, Bryden, Karim, Top FM, Bad Squad, On Point Auto, Junction Fried Chicken, Sarah Ted Rentals, Glitch Designs, and Weekams Architectural Construction Services.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Benjoon Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
So fast pay, on you an easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got
got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So FastPay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So FastPay, so FastPay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seton Brunk Street, Grenville and Grandance. Call us on 442-8602 or stop by one of our branches at Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. We're not just securing your finances, we're investing in your future. Let's grow, dream, and succeed together. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, building a brighter future for you, for us, for Grenada.
Ready, Grenada, the countdown is on for the biggest cultural celebration of the year. It's the River Sally Fiesta 2025, brought to you by the Live Sally Organization for Development under the theme Preserving and Protecting Our Cultural Heritage Through Education and Community Togetherness. From Saturday, April 19th to Sunday, April 27th, the village of River Sally comes alive with 9 unforgettable days of tradition, talent, and unity. We're kicking things off on April 19th with the festive inauguration at 7:30 a.m. followed by a royal morning at the River Sally Silver Spring. Then a party into the night at Agora, the signature celebration at Sir Tobin's Place from 8 p.m. Celebrate Easter Sunday with God and gratitude at the Holy Family RC Church and enjoy a family day picnic on Monday at Bathway Beach. Join the first aid workshop on Tuesday, then don't miss the T10 cricket competition that night, 7:30 p.m. till 2 a.m. at the River Sally playing field. Wednesday is traditional night, bonfire, local talent, and a live band. Thursday, 24th is Community Spirit Day, a harvest and a party like no other. On Friday, Dress to Impress for Heritage and Cultural Day, featuring Saraka, Tilingo, Nation Dance, and more. Saturday is your calm oasis at the Sulphur Spring, and Sunday wraps it all up with the elegant soiree brunch and a grand closing ceremony from 3 p.m. till midnight. Don't miss a moment of the culture, the color, and the community. River Sally Fiesta 2025, it's not just an event, it's a moment. Follow us online for updates and the full schedule. River Sally Fiesta 2025. Be there and be proud.
Broadcasting from the historical Parish Main Street, Surtees, to your home, vehicle, and office. Today's hit music on Real FM.
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Whoa! Tune in on the spice side, hear the airwaves free. On the radio see. Whoa! No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe, just the raw truth a flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. From Grandance to St. George, this the people them a shout. Real expression now, I let your heart pour out. Microphone to the heavens, the signal strong and clear. Voices of the voiceless, the oppressed, the sincere. Real FM are the vessel, your message fill the air. The radio no silence the struggles we face. Amplify the joy, the pain, the grace. Not making the rhythm, cocoa in the bass. Real FM hold the mirror.
We're back. Folks can call in now. The number is 442-0175.
Gates, you know where Wester Hall is?
Yeah.
Wester Hall, and tell me something. Between West and not between. How close is Grand Dance to Wester Hall?
Wester Hall to Grand Dance.
How long that would take you?
Let me see. Bam, 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 bam. Let me say 15 minutes? Maybe less?
Okay, maybe less, right?
Yeah, because if you're pressing, I know the road down there is.
So answer me this question. If Minister Andy Williams, good morning to you, sir. How are you doing? If Minister Andy Williams, right, is advertising that there will be a state-of-the-art health clinic in Grand Dance, and before long you put in a state-of-the-art hospital, you put in a state-of-the-art hospital in Wester Hall. So who fooling who? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. That ain't making no sense at all. Good morning to the caller. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Donald and Iwe, and how are you?
I'm okay.
And to all the listeners. First of all, I would like to say hats off to all the students taking part in the intercall today. Mr. Donald, my point is that when all the hard work was going on to get the Anglican school to build there, who was involved in it? And they said it takes 2 years to get that situation up, that matter up for that school to be building now. Who do all the hard work, having meeting with the priest and whoever, because it's like to me how they used to talk. And it's like they didn't want the school to build there. But it's through the NNP government, the negotiation of our team, that school have to build there. Because it's meeting up and meeting, they have to go to. So why NDCN come out and say as it is? Not NDC what get that up and going. It's NNP what start the work. So give Jackie it.
I always say to y'all, don't let Andre say it alone. Say what you know. Pick up the phone and call and say what you know. And I appreciate you for what you just did.
Yes.
Say what you know.
Yeah, because I know that. Up and down, Miss P and them have to go back and forth. Because I know them parents and them used to get fed up with children, with the school not be having to not to build there. I know that. I used to call on WFM and talk about it too, because like they didn't want the school to build there. This NNP government, we get the school to build there, and they do the negotiation to get the money to do the school. Why NDC is doing them kind of thing to my government after we do all the hard work? All they want to come and take it easy? Andre, if these people then come back in power here, Andre, is worse for us, you know. I'm telling you. And they will do all kind of things just to get back in power. I'm telling you. You have a blessed day.
You too, my dear. Have a wonderful day.
Big up that caller.
But that is what I've been saying all along, Gates. You call and you say what you know. Don't say what people tell you. Say what you know. Say what you know as a fact. You understand? She is calling and she is speaking of that which she knows. Yeah. I know what happening now. I'll tell all your secret. You're going on, you know. You realize that, yeah, you can't see me. Gates, again, Gates. Easy, all you say, Andre, you don't know how to operate the thing. Look at him, he didn't know. Let you operate it. And he don't have to talk and operate it. I tell you, unplug the thing from there. You ain't do nothing, I tell you. Them 2 days, right there, no. Yeah, but don't worry, man. If you ain't believe what I say and it doesn't happen for you, don't blame me.
Worry yourself.
I'm not worried at all, you know. I am not worried at all.
It's not Chotai.
Yeah, you're not Chotai.
It's Gates Greens. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Chotai is not my friend. Chotai don't like me. I know that for a fact. Chotai don't like me at all. But I must return to where I was before we took the break. And in returning there, friends, I must do so and realize that, hey, something really wrong with Grenadians. The Ministry for Agriculture. Here's what took place. The government of Grenada prior to June 22nd, is June 20th or 22nd? Anyway, June 2022. The government of Grenada prior to that started to pay this insurance, this CRIF insurance. This government claimed that it's their thing. They just come into office, They claim that it's theirs. The money was supposed to go basically to the farmers. Ask Francis Pierre if he get anything. Go.
Prime Minister did say at the teaching hospital and that people could come in, visitors, they want to get a lot of visitors coming in and whatnot. I don't see it from that angle at all.
Okay.
Definitely don't see it from that angle. And I agree, whatever the government do that is right, I will support it. Whatever they do, in my opinion, is not right, regardless of the critics, I'll criticize it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Good.
Good. I want someone to explain to me teaching hospital. I want to know learning hospital. What is the difference between a teaching hospital and a learning hospital? Gates, I want look for the keep your eyes on the thing. I want somebody to call it every day. What is the difference between a teaching hospital and a learning hospital? Or what is a teaching hospital as opposed to a hospital? Because we ball in teaching hospital. What is a teaching hospital as opposed to a hospital? Good morning, caller. How are you doing?
Yes, good morning. Teaching hospital is just to teach somebody to learn to do things.
You sure?
Yeah, it should be, but when you go to teacher, go to teacher, and it's not just for the to learn.
Okay, well, I want to know. Thank you very much. Gates?
And also, when you read it's not what really you are talking about, and Calvini and the Calvini estate, somewhere around there, they want to put a hospital, and they're almost close to the river.
In Calvini? Okay. All right, thank you. You have another caller? No. I want you to Google something for me. You're working with me this morning?
Okay, Andrew.
Teaching hospital. What is a teaching hospital?
Stay with me.
Yeah, I want that. You know, there's a reason why I'm asking that. What is a teaching hospital? You get it? Taking long, man. I know you, Speedy Gonzalez.
I got a thing, yeah?
Yeah, tell me.
A hospital that is affiliated with a medical school in which medical students receive training.
Stop. Read that again.
A hospital that is affiliated with a medical school in which medical students receive training.
Grenada.
And then in bracket they have practical training.
Right. Grenada is speaking about.
Call back that call on the WhatsApp.
Is speaking about building a teaching hospital. Yeah?
Morning, Caroline.
Now, as Gates just said there for you, Gates, I want you to say it again. You have it there up there still, I know.
Yeah, a hospital that is affiliated with a medical school in which medical students receive practical training.
We have a medical school in Grenada. There's no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. But has the government of Grenada gotten from the medical school the assurance that the Grenada hospital that is being built will be the teaching hospital for the medical school? Or as a matter of fact, have the Grenada government gotten any information from any medical school in any country that says that we are going to use Grenada's hospital as our teaching hospital? But you're jumping up and ball, you're going to build teaching hospital? Who fooling who? A teaching hospital must be affiliated to a medical school. Which medical school are you affiliated to? You talking like a boss man or a person who buy a bus and they don't know where they run the bus yet. They don't get driver, they don't have conductor, they don't know where the bus running, but they go by steal and buy bus. That's how you behaving, you know. You don't get school that you're affiliated to. You don't have equipment. And you know if you're affiliated to a school that you have to bring top of the line stuff, no pia thing. Every time something change, you have to do some upgrade. Huh? Come on, man. Stop lying for the Grenadian people now. Stop that. The healthcare system in Grenada, despite the 2025 budget emphasis on health and wellness initiatives, there is a lack of detailed allocation to address systematic issues such as limited access to quality healthcare services and insufficient medical infrastructure. Insufficient medical infrastructure in Guelph, insufficient medical infrastructure in Victoria, insufficient medical infrastructure in St. Patrick, insufficient medical infrastructure in St. Andrew. As a matter of fact, in the whole island, including Carriacou and Petit Martinique, insufficient medical infrastructure. And you're talking about healthcare? Good morning, caller. How are you doing?
Morning, Mr. Andre. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Good. Andre, in reference to that teaching hospital, who is going to manage the hospital? Who is going to pay the teachers? Where are they going to come from? There's a lot that we have to think about. This is saying it is very easy from the government point of view to say a teaching hospital. Mm-hmm. But where are you going to get the teachers?
Who teaching?
Are you going to compete with St. George's University? Is that what the intention is?
Well, maybe they're gonna partner with St. George's University, and I want to see how that will be done. When most of the students that attend the medical or do the medical component at St. George's University, they come from abroad, and it is better for them to do so and do their internship abroad. How do you have an arrangement with SGU so that they come there to do their internship?
But Andre, let me add that. Why don't you offer the project to St. George's University? Take the burden off the Grenadian public.
But how you going to do that when St. George's University they don't want that responsibility? You crazy? How that go happen? If St. George's, if they wanted that that responsibility at St. George's University, they would have built a hospital a long time ago. They know that ain't making sense.
But Andre, another thing is that if I don't know much about government, but little I could say is that if I had to build a hospital, I'll try to put it in the middle of Grenada, somewhere between the Guelph and Grenville area. The reason why, in terms of transportation, you have people coming on from Sauter, they only have to travel half the island. You have people coming from St. George's, half the island. Also, you have a crossroad, I think the Belvedere, that goes either side.
You have two crossroads, the Belvedere and Bull. Two roads inside of the...
Now, you put a hospital right in the very end of Grenada. Eh? You say it's a teaching hospital, but what about the one in St. George's there? Eh?
Well, we'll get rid of that one. They might put a hotel. They might take a nice hotel.
But you cannot manage the one that is in St. George's there. How are you going to manage the teaching hospital? You cannot manage it. The doctors are crying out. The nurses are crying out. How are you going to manage the one down there? Are you going to bring in your own doctors from overseas, your own professors from overseas? I mean, this is so mind-boggling. Mm-hmm. I don't know who is this character that come up with that idea about teaching hospital. Teaching hospital, my foot. Come on, deal with what we have here now. We have all these medical centers. Equip the medical centers. You have people dying. You have children dying. Let's get it done. You say that you didn't spend enough from the last budget. Put money there now for that. Would people be dying while the hospital is being built? Come on, Grenadians. Let's get our act together, man. Come on. This nonsense about teaching hospital, my foot. Thank you very much. Sorry for getting...
that's okay. It's a good thing it's your foot and not my foot. It's a good thing it's your foot. Yeah, have a nice day, my brother. Take care of yourself.
So SGU go close down, teaching hospital?
No, SGU can't close down. You're mad.
We have our next call on the WhatsApp.
We do? Mm-hmm. WhatsApp caller, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Andre. How are you? Hi, good morning, Igwe.
Morning.
Andre, what can I do for you?
Watch, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something straight up. Every time you call here, we just answer your call. Right?
Yeah.
I ask you to do me one favor. And you're calling me to tell me you're working on it. Don't bother. I'll get it done for myself. Don't do it.
No, I'll get it.
I said, don't bother, you know.
Yeah, this evening.
As soon as you do something, send it, I send it back for you. I don't want it. I send it back and I delete it. I don't want it. I ask you to do something for me, and you're making us that poppy shirt yourself.
No. I'm serious.
Watch. I wish I didn't know. I wish I didn't know your number when you're calling. And if I know you're calling, I don't answer any phone.
The most important thing, I from St. Patrick.
All right. Well,
and you behaving so? But people from St. Patrick don't behave so why? I ask you to do something for me. Yeah, you call me with tell me, and you don't get it.
I would do it.
Boy, puss.
I would do it. Better late than never. Better late than never, man.
All right.
Yeah, and when I look at the NDC in governance, I will call them enemy of progress. Yeah. Because I remember the Minister of Sports and Youth and Sport in 2008, the statement that he made, he said, thank God we come in the right time to start the development of the athletic stadium. Because they had no need to build that side of the athletic stadium. But look at right now, the benefit of the athletic stadium, which is shown to marking the Grenada to the wall. Mm-hmm. Look at the cricket stadium. We're getting international cricket in Grenada here. Look at the Ministerial complex. All them things again. I remember when you are going to talk to our business, you're spending the whole day and still get through. But with the vision of NMP, they put all the ministry in one place, make life easier for the people Greater Caribbean Peter Martin. Mm-hmm. Look at health center in Andre. The healthcare is in a mess in Grenada right now. You heard the government talk about a new hospital. The problem with the healthcare of our country is not a new hospital. It's staffing the hospital, all the health centers.